Hello students. So let us see one of the important topic in our fourth unit, and that is the principle of concurrency and the difficulties faced in the concurrent environment. We know that concurrency is nothing but whenever multiple processes are running simultaneously by the processor. That concept is called as a concurrency. Concurrency does not mean that the CPU is executing multiple processes simultaneously in reality. What happens is the CPU time is shared between the different processes in a time sliced manner, but that switching of the CPU is very fast and all those processes appear to run concurrently or simultaneously. So whenever there is concurrency, the concurrency can be present in the single processor environment or multiprocessor environment or in a distributed system. So whenever there is a concurrency, that means multiple processes are running simultaneously, there are some difficulties faced by the operating system. So what are the difficulties in the concurrent environment? First difficulty is sharing of the global resources. Next is management of all the resources optimally and error locating in a program. Sharing of the global resources means if the two processes are accessing one global variable and both try to perform the read and write operation on that variable, then suppose process 1 performs the read operation and then process 2 performs the read operation, then process 1 goes for the write and then process 2 goes for the write, or the order is changed. Process 1 completes its operation with that variable and then process 2 takes over that variable. So the order in which the read and write operations are done on that global variable or common resource is very important, and that order will decide the final value of that particular global resource or the variable. So the order in which the read and write operations are done on that global resource is very important. So that can give rise to the difficulty in the concurrent environment. If the order changes, the final value of the variable also change. The second difficulty in the concurrent environment is many times the resources are not managed optimally. The resources provided by the operating system, as we know, are the CPU, the memory, the input and output devices, etc. So suppose the process has gained the ownership of IO channel. For example, it has got the printer as the IO device. One process, P1 process, has got the access of a printer. But that process is suppose suspended due to some reason. It goes into the wait state. So what will happen that that particular IO channel which is in ownership of that particular process will get blocked or it will get locked, and that particular IO channel consisting of the printer cannot be used by the other processes. So the meaning is if the process has got the ownership of any IO channel but the process is suspended due to some reason, then what will happen is that IO channel will get permanently blocked. Right. So the next difficulty which arises in the concurrent environment is results of the programs are not predictable, they are not deterministic and reproducible. What happens due to the many processes executing simultaneously is the output of certain application programs are not predictable or they are not deterministic. That means if you run that application program again and again, then it may happen that many times the output is not same as previous. So all these difficulties of the operating system or faced by the operating system in a concurrent environment are handled due to some concepts in the operating systems or due to some API functions in the operating system. Now let us take one example. There is a function called as echo. The name of the function is echo. It's not returning anything. Void echo it is with no arguments, and this is the body of that echo function. So what that echo function is doing, it is simply accepting the character from the keyboard by using a getchar function. It is storing it in a variable called as chin. Then that chin value is assigned to chout variable, and that chout is shown to the console output. That means the function of this echo or the code of the echo is to just accept the character, just give it to the variable chout and just print the value of chout on the standard console. Now, in the uniprocessor multiprogramming, that is a single user environment. Uniprocessor means if your system is having a single processor, but that single processor can also work on multiple processes, or it can also work on multiple programs. Okay, so what will happen is, in the multi-programming environment means in which the many applications are executed by your single processor, then what can happen is many applications can call this particular procedure or the function, which is echo function, repeatedly to accept the user input from the keyboard and display it onto the screen in order to echo it onto the screen. So suppose many applications are using this common function which is called as the echo function, then since the user can jump from one application to the other, each application needs to call this echo function or procedure. Procedure is nothing but a function. So since the user will be jumping from one application to the other application, and since there is a multi-programming in your system, what will happen is every application will be calling that echo. So this echo function is made shared procedure or shared function and loaded into the portion of the memory global to all applications. So what is the problem in this? Suppose process P1 invokes echo. Suppose process P1 invokes echo function and gets a character input from the keyboard, and that character input from the keyboard is X. At this time, suppose that process is getting interrupted and some another process P2 invokes the echo function. It accepts the character Y and displays it on the screen. Now, where P1 was suspended or interrupted, P1 accepted character X, but meanwhile P2 has taken over that echo function and P2 accepted the another character called as a Y. It was displayed onto the screen. P1's character was X actually, which was accepted from the keyboard. But as the P2 process has taken over that function echo, its value, accepted value Y, will be there residing in a memory. So process P1, when it resumes, when it goes out of that suspended state, then the value of CHN actually was X, but now it was overwritten by Y, and thus CHN will have the value Y even though the process P1 again resumes, and thus CHN has lost its value. Okay, earlier value as X is lost and the new value Y is overwritten for that variable. So this is the problem which occurs in the multiprocessing environment or concurrent environment many times. So what is the solution to this problem? When echo function is getting invoked, when the procedure echo is getting invoked by any of the process, then and if that process gets suspended due to some reason before completing it, then no other process can invoke echo till process that was suspended is resumed back. That means suppose P1 is earlier invoking that echo function and meanwhile it is getting suspended, then P2 should not get access of the echo function. Okay, so this care should be taken by the operating system. Thus, other processes are blocked from entering into the echo function. Okay, so this is the meaning of how the operating system can save your function by using by getting overwritten by the other processes. Now there is a race condition. This is also one of the problem in the concurrent environment. What happens in a race condition is a race condition occurs when multiple processes or threads read and write data items so that the final result depends on the order of execution of instructions in the multiple processes. That means suppose multiple processes P1, P2, P3, they are sharing some kind of global variable. See, there are two types of processes, the independent processes and the cooperating processes. The independent processes are completely independent from each other. They do not communicate with each other at all, or they do not share any kind of resource. But the processes which are cooperating, they can share the multiple kinds of resources. The resources can be the global variables, the memory data structures, the IO devices, etc. So the cooperating processes can share your variables, they can cooperate with each other, they can communicate with each other. And suppose what is a problem of race condition in the concurrent environment. The race condition is whenever the 2 or 3 processes P1, P2, P3, they are sharing a global variable. Suppose the global variable is A. Somewhere that variable is there in the memory. Then P1 updates the value of A to 1 and then P2 updates it to 2. Thus the two tasks are in race to write the variable A. That means if the P1 is getting executed first, the value of A will become 1, and if the P2 is executed last, it will become 2. But imagine that if the P2 is executed first, A will become 2, and if P1 is executed last, it will become 1. The value of that global variable will change according to the order in which the processes are executed in order to update the value of that global variable. So thus two tasks or the two processes are in race with each other to write the variable A. Loser of the race will be the one who will update last, and loser of the race only will determine the value of A. So this is again one of the problem in the concurrent environment, how OS will take the concern of this particular problem of race condition. So OS must be able to keep the track of various active processes, what processes are active at the given instant of time. OS must allocate and deallocate various resources for each active process. So for every active process, OS must allocate the resources like the processor time or the CPU, the memory, the file systems, the IO devices. All these are the resources. And whatever processes are active, the resources are given to those active processes. OS must protect the data and the physical resources of each unintended interference by other process. That means if one process wants to update the value of A, then the other process should be it should be restricted from accessing that particular value of the same variable. So results of a process must be independent of the speed at which the execution is carried out relative to speed of the other concurrent processes. So process must be completely independent of the other process which is concurrent to it. So in that case, operating system has to show the concern. Okay. So there is again the competition among different processes for gaining the resources. As we told earlier that resources are the file systems, the IO devices, the CPU time and the memory devices. So there is always the competition among the different processes for gaining the access of resources, which we'll see in the next video. Thank you.